Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I am Daniel. This is Jonathan. We're back with episode 10 of season 4 of Attack on Titan. We got some more information last time.
Yep, the elaborate plan of Zeke. I say elaborate, but we got I think we got very high level stuff.
Yeah, bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, no details of you know, hey, you approach this, that. But it was good to see that, you know, how it started to slowly transpire and what it built up to be.
Yeah. And it's he got a few Eldians to help out, and like it's gonna help the Eldians win the war if he's not double agenting it.
Right.
But at the same time, and for good reason, Levi is being very like cautious with him.
Yeah.
Because like he could still convert at any point. And he could, and the scary thing is you take him in a car, he's surrounded by Eldians and he has the ability to convert Eldians to pure Titans.
And control them.
So you just never know. This dude's powerful. So Levi's I think that's why Levi stays with him, because he's proved that he can defeat him in his human form.
But I think they are also aware of the fact, because in the scene where Yelena is talking to Hanji and Levi, they bring up two reasons why Marley still hasn't attacked. One of them being all the Titans that we've sent your way, y'all have clearly killed.
Well, they weren't sending people because of those pure Titans, but then they get there and they see they're all gone.
Right. And so then they're like, you guys have totally wiped them out. So if you guys can do that to Titans, what can you do to us? Right.
Well, but they weren't attacking thinking it was just hundreds and hundreds of pure Titans everywhere, which is why they couldn't attack on the ground.
Right.
Because they were going to get surrounded. Now they know that's not, but then it creates a different thought process. Like, okay, they're not there, but that means y'all are good enough to take them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy.
Which is kind of crazy to think. But yeah, I'm still like, we see why it all happened. We still don't know, or how it's all happening. We still don't know the why on Zeke's part.
Right. So
that's still like a little not sure about that.
Yeah, but that last episode was definitely a little slow. It was very informational.
Yeah. Compared to the prior few,
right?
Which was like boom, boom, boom. But the show does good at this. We need this information, especially the way like the scouts show up to, I guess Eldia is what they call it, where they are, the mainland, and they're all decked out. They're using guns. They are in an airship. Mm-hmm. It's like, what is going on?
Whoa, they just like upgraded crazy.
And then they have Zeke in there with them, and he's going along with it. And it's like,
hold on,
pump the brakes.
What did we miss?
Yeah.
So we're getting that.
Yeah, and I'm guessing we might get another one of that. It's a long season, 30 episodes, so there's gonna be plenty of action to go and a lot of curveballs.
So we're a third of the way.
This will be a third of the way. Yep. All right, before we hop in, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel if you enjoy this type of content, or over on Patreon if you want to see the early access and full, what is it?
Reaction.
Uncut
full
reaction.
Length.
Full length reaction, yeah. All right, let's go and hop in.
Oh yeah, he's talking to Annie. Forgot about that. Oh, this is Eren. You think he's gonna convert? He's trolling him?
She's funny. The way she said it.
She's trolling him, I told you.
Oh yeah, that's way back. Wait,
she's saying that because she outed her? Is she telling him that because of what he said in that meeting where he kind of shared that was his hunch, or did he really sacrifice her already and we're not aware of that?
Okay, so now a year after.
No, 2 years ago.
Right. So a year later from last episode. Right, see? Yes, I mean. Hey, look how.
She convinced Eren to go rogue, maybe.
Maybe that's how it happened. How did they get word out? Oh, remember her? Yeah. Well, we saw her in the future. Oh,
that's her. That's where she's from.
Right. She was supposed to be the last ones.
What?
So that's why they're loyal, probably. Is that her grandmother, maybe?
とけなげなことでしょう。およそ100年以上前、東人家の御親にあたるこのパラディ島に登竜しておられたのです。
That's like a
そして
leader.
巨人大戦後、ヒーズル国は敗戦国として立場を追われ、将軍家の忘れがたみはこの島に取り残されたの
Oh,
です。
no way.
あなたは我々が失った一国の主の末裔、
Dude,
ヒー
what?
ズル国の希望です。
Which means Levi is somehow connected.
I think Levi's related on the other side.
我々は海でつながる世界においてダブル
Right. They know so little.
なんでエレンだけに見せたの？これは
なんか嬉しそうだな。
嬉しいんだよ。私たちは生まれのことで重い荷物を背負う者同士
We're
なん
the
でしょ。
same.
本日は両国にとって歴史的な日です。ジーク・イエーガーの存在が不可欠でした。ミカサ様への取り次ぎを条件に、ある取り計らいに賛同しましたことを報告させていただきます。
パラディ島で開発されたご安心を、ある特殊な燃料が必要です。
They know where
そ
to
れ
get
を
it.
彼らは氷瀑石と呼んでいました。未知の地下資源です。
この近代化の時代において金銀財宝に等しい資源が眠っておられるの
That's what
で
it's
す。
all been about. Paradise resources.
私は出汁に使われただけでは。一体何でしょうか？
ジーク・イエーガーは秘策があると主張し、それにはヒーズルの介入が不可欠だとしています。3つの過程です。地ならしの実験的活用、
Oh, no.
その力の一部を公開し、2つ目がヒーズルの介入、
Right.
地ならしが必要なくなるまででき
So the
ます。
military will be so powerful at
そ
that
し
point.
てその期間における始祖、これが3つ目の過程。
So that means
ジ
Eren
ー
has
ク
to
は
die.
獣の巨人を王家の血を引く者へと継承、
Historia.
可能な限り子を増やすこと、
Oh.
他の兵器が発達しても何世代にもわたり継承は繰り返されていく。こんな解決不可能の問題を
It's not.
いいわけがない。
私は
Oh.
獣の巨人の継承を受け入れます。我々の存続に不可欠である以上は。
So she already agreed to it? While they were all contemplating?
壁を破壊し蹂躙された挙句、家畜み
Right.
てえに
That's
子
what he
供
said.
を
Have
産
as
ま
many
され
kids
る
as
ことな
possible.
と生きることが許されるっていうのなら、
I'd rather die.
俺はジーク・イエーガーの計画は到底受け入れられません。
Maybe this is where the rogue happens.
Yep.
君がなぜ単独行動に出て
Yep.
この島を危機に追い込んだのかがわからない。ヒストリアはどうなってもよかったのかい？
俺は潜水の巨人を食いました。地面から自在に硬質化を操り、どれだけ深く硬い地下に俺を幽閉しても無
So
駄
he
だと
can't access that power?
Yes.
俺はいつでも好きな時にここを出られる。
Oh, let's.
当然質を持つ俺を殺すこともできない。あなたに何ができるって言うんですか？
Oh.
教えてくださいよ、ハンジさん。他のやり方があったら教えてくださいよ。
Oh, shoot.
エレンのエッチいまだに反抗期かよ
Still in a rebellious phase. Remember they were calling saying that? Man, what's the deal, man? First of all, he looks huge now.
He's ripped. And,
Like
that-
he's tall. Like
エルビン
and I'm with her. I like his hair.
あんたの唯一の失策だ。なんで私なんか団長にしたんだ
oh
よ。
man. R.I.P. Irvin. Okay, this is back again.
中に入ろう。もっと体をいたわらないと。
Wait.
What?
Who? How? Why? When? She's pregnant.
Yeah,
And she's living what looks like to be out in the country.
out in the country. Is that so? Is that present time? I thought it was a flashback because we saw her.
Right. And she, because she is of royal blood, I guess if she has kids with anybody, that kid has royal blood.
Right, and that's why they want her to have as many kids. We'll have to go back to that, reread like
Oh
what Zeke's
my
plans.
gosh.
But the whole point of them having as many kids as possible is to, because right now you
To be able to transfer the Titan.
well, and you only have so many. Well, and I don't know if it's just because it's important to have royal blood
Bro,
tied to the founding Titan.
you can have
That's why it said pass down the founding Titan and the
right.
beast
You
Titan.
can have anywhere between 13 and 26 kids in those 13 years if you have twins.
Or triplets and all that stuff. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Is that enough to, that only?
Well, no, but do you have to do it while you inherited the beast? Why does she have to have the kids while she still has royal blood, whether or not she's inherited the beast Titan or not?
Right. They want to keep the beast because
Oh, I see what you're saying.
unless Unless
she has to, because the Beast Titan time's almost up.
Right, and then after that, it goes to that's the other thing. Exactly remember.
They can give it to someone else and let her continue to have kids.
But then they don't have control of that Titan. It goes to
or someone else they trust.
To a baby or something.
No, but I mean they give it to someone else that volunteers within an Eldian.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, they tell them you live only 13 years, but you get to be Beast Titan for 13 years.
Yeah.
While Historia has more kids. Why does Historia have to get Beast Titan? We have to go back and read that part.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Hizuru, a small eastern nation with its own unique culture whose head of state is called a shogun, producing many talented engineers. Hizuru has flourished in weapons and art and aircraft development and was at one time an ally of the Eldian Empire. The crest of the shogunate depicts 3 single-edged swords in its design.
Yep.
So a shogun, we watched the show called Shogun on this show, on this channel, and that's kind of like almost like a coup, like a guy who just kind of like comes in and takes over to take power
of the land.
Of the land. And so maybe that guy, he was that. So he's not like in charge. He's like
So that guy knows Mikasa probably. I'm kidding.
Well, it's a descendant. She was accidentally left behind, a lost child.
Bro, and for 3, 4, and through 3 1/3 seasons, Mikasa's been tatted up and we didn't know that.
I know, man. She's covered up.
Oh, crazy. I feel like her mom or dad just
found
barely
out.
finding out.
All right, here we go.
やっぱり俺たちの定義通りジークは島に着くなり
Oh, that was a plan?
それがまさかガキを起こしらへ遊ばされるとはな名ばかりの女王様ってことだ
Who did she get pregnant by?
That was probably on purpose. But
女王には相手を選ぶ権利がある
Who's the
誰の
partner?
息もかかっていない相手であることは同じ地で生まれた青年だ構ってほしか
oh,
った
who?
下働きを務める彼に気づいたのは女王の方からだった
なぜ今身勝手な行為に及んだのかだ妊娠しちまえば巨人にされずに済むと
No, she's following the plan, I
家で
think.
何ち身をもだろうと巨
Okay.
人にしちまえば
Might.
何より女王の身に何かあればおしまいだ
グリーズ
Oh, this Eren?
ニコロ
No,
おすすめはこいつだろ
this music. Are they gonna poison him? What was
I think
that?
so. That's what I got from the music.
それで地ならしに頼らずヒストリアが辛い目に遭わなくて済むんなら
この暑い中ご苦労様だよ
いや俺たちはこのバカの護衛で仕方なく
図体ばかりでかくなりやがってヒーズルの件でしょうか
たった今ヒーズル国は取り付く島もないようだヒーズルはパラディ島の資源を独占取引したいのだから他国との貿易に協力などしない
俺たちは地ならしに頼るしかなくて
こちらの意図も計らず勝手に悪魔だって決めつけて
Yeah, I don't know.
どうしてみんなが平和になる道を考えられないんだ私たちが何者かわからないから恐れている
わからないものがあれば理解しに行けばいい
俺の寿命は5年とあと少ししかねえ俺の巨人の継承者を
私が引き継ぐ
お前じゃダメだろアッカーマン家が何なのかまだ分かってねえんだ
Oh.
じゃあ他に誰が
俺だまず俺はエレンよりはるかに頭がいい土地狂って死に急ぐようなこともなく
Wow,
いつ
that
いかな
name.
る状況でも優れた判断力を発揮できる稀有な存在
エレンの巨人は俺が継ぐから
あなたはバカなんですよ
え
実戦経験もあって
俺はお前らに継承させるつもりはない
なんでだ
他の誰よりも
Because the thing is, they only get 13 years to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
長生きしてほしい
It wouldn't be Levi, would it?
てめえ何赤くなったんだ
Oh,
どう
this one
す
he's
んだ
gonna
よ
go
この
rogue
空
and
気を
run
よ
off.
夕日のせいだよみんな赤くなってるからさ
そうか
That's another time jump.
Mm-hmm.
俺たちは危険な状態にあるんだそして突然ジークの計画に乗ったエレン真相は本人たちにしかわからない
お前らにはあれがエレンに見えたか
Is this
あいつはエレンじゃない腹違いの兄貴の方につくことがあるなら
okay?
あるなら
奴を切る覚悟をしておく必要がある
そんなことさせない
お前もそっちにつくのかよ
Is this before they went to go
そん
help
なこ
him?
とにはならないと思うみんなも分かっているはず攻撃的になったのかもしれない
いくらお前が強くてもお前を戦場に
Oh,
呼ん
never
だ
mind. This is present.
あいつが大事だと言った俺も
私たちが信頼されてるから
サシャが死んだ時エレンはどうしたと思う？悔しがっ
Well,
たと
he
思う
asked
か？
when she said she wanted to meet. He got
笑いや
After
が
her
った。
last words.
it was like maniacal.
一体何がそんなにおかしかったんだろうな。サシャが死んだことのどこが？
It was a different type of laughter.
Yeah. I still think it was
エレン
code
と
for
話そ
something.
う。エレンの真意を確かめるんだ。
ジークと同じ目的だったら
選択肢がある。まさか他の誰かを巨人にしてエレンの始祖を継承する選択だ。
Man, I want to see that conversation. Eren and Armin
Right.
and Mikasa. Ah. It's like we get
So close.
and then we get new parts of the story. Okay.
That was good.
Yeah, there's some questions. It's because they jump around and you don't know what timeline they're in.
Right, because those conversations could mean something different depending on where you're at.
Exactly. So then they were talking and I was trying to think, okay, is this like Eren has gone rogue?
Right.
And so they're all talking amongst each other's.
He's on the island.
He's on the island, all that stuff. Until he said he made Armin blow up the port. I was like,
destroy
okay,
the port, yeah.
this is post. But then they talked about like him and Zeke
having
talking
a conversation
and planning things
right.
together.
When did they have that conversation?
Right. And on top of that, when did they have the conversation? But then also Zeke was already planning stuff with the Eldians, with the scouts.
Correct.
Already. So then
there's a plan in motion there.
Already. So then was there, when did this,
bro, I'm telling you, he's a double agent.
When did the second plan happen with
Eren?
With Eren?
I'm telling you, it's a double.
Well, and there's a couple of parts I want to go back to. First, I want to go back to the part whenever they're talking to the Hizuru lady.
Oh yeah.
Because the reason they agreed to go back was because they had a chance to see Mikasa again, but that wasn't the primary reason. As they found out, the more they talked to them, it was all about the resources.
Right.
And that was the first thing that,
because they didn't care unless there was money involved or something like that.
Right. Exactly. And that was the first time. Oh, here it is. And that was the first time that whenever Beast Titan Zeke showed them the ODM gear and talked about the material that they use, which makes sense how they were able to build it and only they can power it because they have resources that are only on that island. Yeah.
Right.
So it's around here.
こちらは地ならしでこの島を守るために必要な3つの
With the
過程
rumbling,
です。
a
地なら
test
しの
run.
実験
Okay.
的活用、世界に破壊力を見せつけるのです。ヒーズルの介入、地ならしが必要なくなるまで、そして
This is the last one.
その期間における思想。
The founding Titan and a Titan with royal blood
must be passed
down. So I know how you pass down the founding Titan, someone else eats them, but I guess what she means by a Titan. Oh, and a Titan with royal blood. Oh, that's why
they want her to have kids so that they can continue to pass it down.
The way that they were doing it with like Lord Fritz.
Yep.
Okay, so then she must have a lot of kids, become the Beast Titan, and then pass the Beast Titan down to her kids, and then and then generationally further down.
両者の継続的な維持。これ
The founding Titan. Hold on, let me read that again. The founding Titan and a Titan with royal blood. So that's why she has to take Beast, and then founding Titan has to. But then it's two. So then now the royal line has the Beast Titan, and the founding Titan's still over here. So at some point, I guess Historia needs to have all these kids if they want, because the whole, I don't know if the idea is for the royal blood family to then get back the ability, the power of the founding Titan.
I think that's what it is.
So then at some point you got to converge again, because you're passing down the founding Titan. So there's no one to pass it down to with royal blood,
right?
Except Historia. Once she has all these kids and they kind of create a whole family tree,
then they can
one of them can take the founding Titan. So then at that point, does it matter who has the Beast Titan? Or does the Beast Titan need to also have royal blood?
Well, I think the Beast Titan has to have the
because Zeke is half royal blood.
Yeah.
So maybe the Beast is one of the Titans that has to have royal blood. Okay. That's where it's a little confusing.
Yeah. But
I
play
get
it
it.
because she talks about the Beast having to inherit.
To someone of royal blood.
そのものは13
Until their
年の任期を
13-year term ends, they must bear as many kids as possible.
他の兵器が発達しても
And this is they're all having their inner thoughts. And she just agrees.
何世代にもわたり
Yeah. See,
Oh, okay. Let's go back a little bit.
Titans will inheriting Titans will continue for generations to come.
the way they were doing
何
it.
世代にもわたりこんな解決不可能の問題を未来の子孫たちに残していいのか。いいわけがない。
So you're just kind of pushing it down, and you're just continuing this
cycle of what they've been doing. So
yeah.
He wants to continue to do what they've been doing already for years and has led them to nothing. That's what
right.
Hanji says. Is it right for us
to just like, or do we end this war now?
Right. And
this whole.
わかりました。
She just kind of agreed.
And I think I could be wrong, but I think Eren's plan when he was looking in the mirror and when he told Hanji, "I took the founding titan." Or I have the Fountain Titan, I have the Tech Titan.
I have the Armor Titan.
I have the Hammer Titan. I think that's his plan is I consume all the Titans. They're all living within me. And then, I don't know, him dying or something. And that ends the Titan.
They wouldn't all get dispersed to someone else. Again, it starts all over.
Right. I don't know.
Or you like we said, like control them all to one. And then only pass that down.
Right, instead of there being 9 Titans.
But then there almost needs to be a checks and balances because like if you give all that power to one person, they can choose one day to just like if they were on the Eldian side, they're the only Titan, they can go to the Marlians and then just wreak havoc.
Right, and then the Marlians after several years want to turn.
I don't know if you can just completely sever this Titan ability that gets passed down. Or you have to pass it down to control it because if it goes to a baby, who can go to anyone.
Right.
So she just totally agrees, but then she ends up pregnant.
Right.
So then is this plan still in motion? Because I thought Eren didn't want to do all that. He like that's what made him upset. He wanted to find an alternative. That was the whole point.
Right. And I think his alternative is, like I said, encapsulate all the Titans within himself. And then I don't know what after that, but he definitely doesn't want to go through this.
Yep. Oh man. Okay. Well, these are kind of coming together, but there's still like some question marks.
Right.
But definitely he's like in a different, like he's looking in the mirror. So I think it's gonna all make sense at some point. But him tell himself in the mirror, like fight.
And then the fact that he just told Hanji, like, I can leave when I want. There's no prison that can hold me down. Like,
right. And I have the founding Titan, so y'all can't just straight up just kill me.
And they can't kill Zeke either.
Again, when did he make that plan? And that was the last thing I wanted to see when they were kind of talking in the room. Like when did they were talking about him making plans with Zeke.
Oh, that conversation. Yeah, it doesn't allude to when they had that conversation, but
now we're assuming, now we know this is after the attack on the mainland.
The only time that they could have had a conversation was on their way back. On the ship, flying aircraft, when they're next to each other.
Right,
but
unless there's a moment we find out later that they did cross paths.
Correct.
He wants to meet him. He told Levi. Zeke told Levi. He wants to meet
Eren,
yeah. Detain the volunteers.
調査兵団は彼らと距離が近いから。
Governor, okay, so Commander Pixis detained all the volunteers. Since they and the scouts are so close, we didn't give much.
So the volunteers are the people who came initially on the ship.
That's what I'm thinking.
Those are the volunteers.
That's what I'm thinking.
And then the scouts that have joined forces with them.
Been working with him.
Right.
So he detained them?
This attack, yeah.
Zeke と接触して何を話したのか。
See,
by him saying, and Eren all of a sudden is on board with Zeke's plan, does that mean that which would make sense why Hanji said him sacrificing Historia, allowing her to get pregnant? I don't know if it's like the correct word is allowing her, but being on board and saying, yeah, let her have kids or whatever.
Yeah, maybe that's what she means by being on board with.
But I don't think that, I mean, sounds very, I don't know, chauvinist, macho, whatever
right,
to say.
Like
yeah, that's Eren's decision, which it wouldn't be, but it's kind of what it seems like. I could be wrong here, but
it's like there was a plan with Zeke, and then there's a separate now plan 1B between Zeke and Eren. I mean, Eren's on board with the original plan that he had 1A,
right?
But I feel like there's still like some other separate side plan that him and his brother have. That they are assuming him and his brother have kind of put together.
Yeah. Because keep playing here because it talks about, you're right, where they have a conversation or something. Right there, whatever them two talked about.
Oh, and then the whole laughing piece. Well, and then he talks about like him laughing whenever Connie or Sasha.
どうするの？
俺たちは奴を切る覚悟をしておく必要がある。
そんなことさせない。
So, man, what do they mean by that? Like siding him? Do they mean siding with Zeke as far as his plans to pass down the founding titan and the beast titan?
That's what I think. Yes.
Okay, maybe
Because if they're saying he's on board, that means that now they think.
And so then that means they were all against it.
Right.
But Historia was for it from the beginning.
Historia was, but Eren was against it. Remember?
And then suddenly he's on board.
Out, yeah, and then suddenly
something changed.
Yeah.
Something happened. He got some new insight somehow. So I don't know. A lot of some answered questions, more new questions.
Yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong. That conversation between Hizuru and Mikasa.
Yeah. And
them going over the beast plan. That's before this whole fight in war, right? Where Armin destroys their port.
Oh yeah. That was happening
before.
At year 2 of them kind of joining forces.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. I'm on the right timeline then there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
oh man. All right. Well, good episode.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more confused, but even though I got some questions answered.
Well, it'll piece together in like.
I think it will.
This is episode 10. It'll piece together in like episode 15.
Yeah. It'll all come together. Maybe.
All right.
After a couple of rewatches.
We'll see.
All right, guys. That's all we got. Let us know in the comments if we're on track or way off track.
And if we are, please don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it, though. Yeah. Also, please consider subscribing to our channel if you enjoy this type of content. Full-length reactions are over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes. You want to check those out. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with episode 11. So until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.